The UK has just taken another step toward digital ID tyranny. They've announced they're going to require ID to use social media. And if you don't learn how to get around this right now, while it's still relatively easy, you might lose your chance to protect yourself. In this video, we will cover what they're building, why you should refuse to play along, and exactly what you need to do to prepare. Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, put out a speech on June 15, 2026, where he acts like a good little chap, talking about how he wants to protect British children from the dangers of social media addiction. That's why today,
the government has decided to ban social media access for children under 16.
The ban is supposed to come into effect by spring 2027 and will be enforced with methods such as ID verification, facial and voice recognition, and behavior-based age estimation tools. If you think this sounds nice and that it actually is about protecting the children, you just aren't paying attention. They're using a reasonable-sounding argument to gradually roll out digital ID-based behavior controls. Once people accept this, it becomes normal. Then, the next control mechanism can be released. They're slowly turning up the heat because that's how they get the majority of people to accept whatever they're doing. Sure, they think, this new rule is annoying, but it isn't that much worse than what we had before. Each step is like this until eventually, maybe you need to verify your ID to use the internet at all. And this isn't speculation. The UK government has confirmed that adults will also need to prove their age, potentially through facial recognition, credit cards, or other verification methods, just to access social media. So here's why you can never submit your ID, even if everyone else does. It's not the government's place to tell you what you're allowed to do on the internet, and they can't be trusted with your data. They will use it for no good. But that's not even the main reason. The real reason you can't comply is this. If they can get you to comply with the first small ask, then they will get you to comply with each future increase in digital ID control. The early steps are where it's easiest to refuse. Here's a perfect example: Bitcoin. In 2016, you could buy it easily with no ID required. Then gradually, step by step, they closed the on-ramps, banned the ATMs. Now, in the UK, you can't buy Bitcoin without full KYC identity verification unless you use a peer-to-peer exchange, which most people will never do, or find someone you trust to buy from in cash. But if you bought Bitcoin back in 2016, it was so easy to do, and now you'd be set. You prepared early. You got in before the window closed. That's what I'm telling you to do now. Learn the tools before they make it nearly impossible. So what do you actually do? It's quite simple. You get a VPN. It spoofs your location. So if you're in the UK or Australia, you can change your location to a place that's unaffected by these laws, and that will protect you. For now. Get a good VPN like Malvat, something you need to pay for. None of these free VPNs that harvest and sell your data. You can set up Malvat without an account, no email address required, and you can pay with credit card, cryptocurrency, or even cash. I've got a full video on the why and how of VPNs, so watch that for more detail. You need to do this right now. Just like the Bitcoin example, as these digital ID laws pile up, it will get harder and harder for you to prepare yourself against this type of digital tyranny. It could become harder to get a VPN at all. Or worst case, you might eventually need to show your ID just to sign up with an internet provider. That would be a disaster for your privacy. So you need to make sure you're in a position to avoid that at all costs. This new law is the next step in their plan to control us. Digital ID is coming everywhere. It's already in UK and Australia, and it will spread to your country too. So study up, practice using these tools, and watch this video next to see how you can get internet on your phone without identity verification.